All right, let's talk about something that makes a lot of people, well, a little nervous: personal finance. But here's the thing, it really doesn't have to be a nightmare. We're going to break down some simple, really powerful ways to finally get a handle on your money.
You know, if you've ever felt totally overwhelmed by your finances, I get it. You are so not alone. It's a super common feeling, and honestly, it's for good reason. The thing is, the consequences of what seem like tiny little missteps can actually be huge. For example, have you ever really stopped to think about how credit card debt actually works?
Take a look at this number: 46 years. A recent study found that's how long it would take the average person to pay off just $5,000 in credit card debt if they only made the minimum payments. Let that sink in. 46 years. That's not a typo, and it's the perfect and kind of scary example of how a small debt can quietly turn into a lifetime burden.
And look, this isn't just some personal failing on your part. The system is kind of stacked against us. I mean, most of us never took a personal finance 101 class in high school, right? We're just bombarded with thousands of super complicated financial products. And on top of all that, we're just busy trying to live our lives.
So where do we even begin with all this? Well, think of it like a financial checkup. The first step isn't about making some huge, scary changes. Nope, it's just about getting a clear, honest picture of where you are right now. No judgment, just the facts.
This whole checkup really boils down to two simple but seriously powerful actions. First, just track your spending for 1 month. That's it. You can use a notebook, an app, whatever works. You might be completely amazed at what you find out. Second, check your credit report. This is the document lenders use to make all their decisions about you, so you absolutely need to know exactly what it says.
Okay, and this is super, super important. Use this specific website: annualcreditreport.com. It's the official, government-mandated site where you can get your reports for free from all 3 of the big bureaus. Don't get tricked by other sites that try to make you pay for it. Getting this report is your right.
Okay, so once you've done your checkup, it's time to start building some financial muscle. This part is all about learning to see the difference between the tools that actually help you grow your wealth and the traps that can just drain it away.
You know, it's so vital to understand this. Not all debt is created equal. Good debt, yeah, it's a thing, helps you buy an asset that can grow in value over time, like a house or an education. Bad debt is for stuff that just gets consumed. Think vacations or a brand new car. The second you use it, the value starts to disappear. But those interest payments, they can stick around for years.
And here's another huge one: the difference between investing and gambling. Real investing is about owning a piece of a business, an asset that can generate actual earnings over the long haul. But what a lot of people call day trading, trying to time the market based on charts and gut feelings, that's a lot closer to gambling at a casino. It's a high-stress game that usually makes the brokers rich, not the trader.
All right, so you're starting to build some wealth. You're making progress. Awesome. But now you got to protect it. And I'm not just talking about having a strong password. I'm talking about being a smart consumer who knows their rights and knows how to defend their money when a product or service just doesn't deliver.
And speaking of that, here's something that might surprise you. It comes from the legendary consumer advocate Ralph Nader. The Better Business Bureau? He basically says its great reputation isn't really deserved. And why is that? Because the BBB is funded by the very same businesses it's supposed to be rating. It's really more of a business trade group, not the neutral consumer watchdog you might think it is.
So if you can't always rely on an organization like the BBB, what do? Well, you have to become your own best advocate. Here's a quick game plan. First, document everything. Keep notes of phone calls, save receipts, all of it. Second, if you're getting nowhere, escalate. Calmly ask to speak to a supervisor. And third, this is a real pro tip. Whenever you can, pay with a credit card. That ability to dispute the charge gives you some serious leverage to make a company listen up.
Okay, let's pull back for a second and look at the big picture. We've talked about tactics and tools and all these different steps, but what's the real goal here? It isn't just about piling up a bunch of money. It's about using money as a tool to build the life you actually want to live.
And I want to leave you with this fantastic quote from a researcher, Dr. David Myers. True wealth isn't just about accumulation. It's about satisfaction. It's about aligning what you have with what you truly want. And the research backs this up. It shows that after a certain point, more income doesn't actually lead to more happiness.
At the end of the day, knowledge is only powerful when you act on it. So, my question for you is this: what is the first small step you're going to take today? Don't try to fix everything at once. That's a recipe for burnout. Maybe you'll just grab a notebook to start tracking your spending. Or maybe you'll just go to that website for your credit report. Whatever it is, the most important thing you can possibly do is just start.